Canoeing is such a diverse sport, and almost every discipline has a different style of craft, which can get a little confusing. So I've asked Jenny Spencer of British Canoeing to pick 3 recreational boats so we can see what some of the key differences are. So Jenny, tell me about the 3 boats you've picked for us.
Okay Helen, so we've got an open canoe here, which is also known as a Canadian canoe, a whitewater kayak, and then a touring inland and sea kayak.
Can you just tell me a bit about what you might use an open Canadian canoe for?
Okay, open canoe is predominantly used for touring. One of the really good things about it is that it's very versatile, so you can paddle it on your own, but you can also paddle it with friends, with family, little kids can hop in the middle, and even your dog. So it's a really nice boat to go on a family day out. You can even put your camping kit, a picnic, stop off somewhere, and it's just a great boat to kind of just take time out, relax, see the wildlife, and then just enjoy being on the water.
There's quite a big difference between what I'm looking at, the open canoe, to your second boat that you picked, which was the whitewater boat. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so first of all, it's a kayak. So the technique and how you paddle is different to if you were sat in an open canoe. The first biggest difference is it's quite a short boat, and the shape of it's very different. So it's got a lot of volume. The reason for that is to make sure that there's buoyancy, and when you're out on the white water, the boat tracks through the water and keeps you above the water really. Also, the fact that it's so short, it's much more manoeuvrable. So if you're going down a river and there's flow, you want to be able to tuck into an eddy or go down. So you need it to be able to respond quite quickly. So that's a real key feature of whitewater boats. You need to be able to track and turn quickly.
Would this also be quite a good boat for people just to be able to paddle straight off because it's quite stable?
Yep, it's a really stable boat, so it is quite good for people to have, you know, a first experience in it. It's also really good for learning some of the skills before you progress onto the whitewater, so practicing your turning and kind of going sideways. It's really manoeuvrable, so that's one of the real benefits of this boat.
So moving on to the touring kayak, there's a lot less difference to what we saw from the open canoe to the whitewater boat, but equally it's still quite different, it's a lot longer.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about the purpose of that and why it's that much longer.
Well, the length really helps with the speed of the boat through the water. So when you're looking to paddle a longer distance, the length really helps with that. So it means that you're putting less effort in, but you're projecting the boat further basically. One of the downsides of that is it's not quite as manoeuvrable, so if you wanted to turn really quickly, it would just take a bit longer, but you don't necessarily need that when you're out touring or you're going on a long journey. You know, it still turns, but it's not so snappy and quick. It's still got quite a bit of volume though, and it's still stable, so it can still cope on kind of sea conditions, but also inland on lakes, canals. It's, you know, a really good all-round boat if journeying is like a key element that you're looking to do.